got to involve. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic.
PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Etienne up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Lawrence's pass intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot of procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Off play action, Richardson. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Richardson on the bootleg here. And that's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Matt Gay on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And that's complete. ETN out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds Browns, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
30 left.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So this great matchup here in Indy. You get a divisional game right out of the gate. Charles, what do you see in store for these two teams in 2023?
Indianapolis trying to get themselves reestablished as a playoff team, but they've kind of hit the reset button a little bit. While Jacksonville, coming off of a big finish in 2022, they believe they're the team to beat in the AFC South.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. A gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to the ground with Etienne. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Take right open. Here we go.
Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. They'll run with Etienne, pushing through the contact. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with that power move. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen, getting in there defensively. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Okay,
so the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Agnew now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Dances by him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd down and 4. Now Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Once more, Etienne. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
1st and 10, it's Richardson. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Richardson to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
One thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
They'll start by running the option to the right. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Off the option, here's Taylor. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 44 yards. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the confidence of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape. What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so you don't get another one picked off.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Got his open man. It's Mallory.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Richardson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Alert! Alert!
A give for Taylor running right side.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Richardson to throw off play action.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And Gay knocks this one through.
And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete to Zane Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down.
And now here is another interception. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today. Yeah,
he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 107 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Taylor. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's got it down to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 24. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And now here's another interception. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Ready, ready!
And they take a knee. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Indianapolis, you can't ask for a better start.